Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about this dip. What is causing the dip? Should we be concerned? And I'm gonna tell you why I'm not concerned, and I'll be buying these 10 altcoins. I think they're a good deal right now, and I'll be loading up during this dip. And until things recover, that's what I'll be doing. So let's take a look at this video. Tell me what you like. Tell me if I'm missing anything as far as altcoins that you think are a great buy right now. And let's get into it. Let's see what we got going on here. So a lot going on in the world currently. Taking a look at the banter bubbles, you see just a sea of red. Sea of red. In this video, I'm going to tell you why we're seeing this and why I am not worried about any of this. One of the major catalysts for this is going to be the surging inflation. Over here in the US, we've been measuring inflation. Over here, the Fed, they're looking to get inflation down to 2%. And year over year, from March of 2023 to 2024, everybody or economists were anticipating that we would tick down a little bit from to 3.4 basically. However, the reading came in at 3.5, much higher, not much higher in my eyes, zero point 0.1, but higher than everyone else was anticipating. And because of that, the markets didn't like that. They reacted negatively because of that. If things were trending downward, then, the Fed announced in their last meeting that they plan to make rate cuts of 3 times this year. So cutting interest rate 3 times. And those of us that live in the US, I'm sure other parts of the world are dealing with inflation, that the interest rates suck, right? Loans are much harder to get. Your credit card interest rates are through the roof. So just much harder to borrow money. So things were low, people were looking forward to these rate cuts to buy homes and everything like that. But now with news like this, inflation being stubborn, they're thinking that maybe we won't get 3 cuts this year. Maybe it'll be two, maybe it'll be two, maybe it'll be one, maybe nothing. And that has impacted the numbers and the markets as well. With inflation, one of the big drivers for that is oil. What we pay for fuel for our cars to, heat up our homes and everything like that. And we already have to deal with that. But now this is adding to that, right? We have conflict in the Middle East. Conflict in the Middle East. And we know that one of the major exporters of oil is in the Middle East. And right now, the issues that we have going on over there is escalating. There's word that maybe Iran may be getting into the mix, and so just it's not good at all. You have that happening, and then we have the ongoing issues going on up in Ukraine, Russia. Then you have the Taiwan, China things. There's things going on all over the world. But the news of Iran getting into the conflict definitely spooked the markets, and that's why we had another drawdown as well. Now, this isn't only crypto because the Dow, they were also impacted as well, down about 500 points. So that's not it. Also, we have historically, before the Bitcoin halving, there is a retracement that happens all the time. And we're going through the same thing as well. We thought maybe this time would be different because we have the ETFs putting so much money into the space that we wouldn't have to deal with that again. But it's happening, and it's normal. If you look at this chart from Rec Capital, it says basically, as is historical in this case, Bitcoin is developing a clear reaccumulation range going into the halving. This is the range Bitcoin would likely break out from weeks after the halving. So if we look at this chart here, you see that this is the retracement period right here from 2020, right? Then a little red situation here, but then after that, we were off to the races and hit all new highs. So currently, we look at where we're at currently here. This is for this cycle here. This is the pre-halving retrace, right? And then after that, this is where we're at. So are we going to go steady here at this line and then just continue to go up? Or there's the potential to retrace and go down here. And if you look at that mark, that puts us at what? Under 50,000, 50 to 55,000. That's crazy. But I mean, historically, it can happen. And who knows, with everything that we just talked about, it's possible. So be ready for that. And if it does, don't think, oh my God, we lost, the bull market's over. It's just natural. Historically, this is what happens. And then after that, we're off to the races, and sky's the limit. 6-figure Bitcoin, and you know what happens to the altcoins after that. So I don't think there's anything to be worried about. Next, we have the Bitcoin miners, Marathon, CleanSpark, Bitfarms, and the like. that their mining costs will be going up. In fact, doubling after the Bitcoin halving. So in order to be productive, produce the most Bitcoins and all of that, you have to have the best rigs, best equipment. And Marty Party on Twitter says mining costs are set to double by the end of April after the halving, jumping from 40,000 to 80,000 for S19 XPs, the most commonly utilized miner. Miners will need to sell their mined Bitcoins to cover this cost. So that's what's happening too. They know what's going to happen after the halving, so they have to sell their mined Bitcoin in order to buy the best equipment and prepare for that. So you're having all of that happening. And then lastly, what's causing the dump is liquidations. We had a lot of longs, predicting prices for Bitcoin, ETH, and some of the top altcoins. And market makers saw that, and they got liquidated basically. I know the max pain price for Bitcoin is around 65,000. For Ethereum, 3,100, and I think for Solana, 143, 140, something in that range. And all those hit, and they all got wrecked. And if you look here, the 24-hour wreck number was almost $1 billion, 873 million to be exact. So you had all those things happening, just a perfect recipe for what we're seeing right now. So not to be alarmed, bull market's not over. It's just things that happen during in any market, and right now it's just impacting the prices. So in all opportunities, I find great buying times, great opportunities here. And if we look at just for the past 24, past 7 days, what's been impacted as far as price wise, I filtered it. This is CoinMarketCap. Some of the things that I see here that I'm buying will be Phantom. Phantom has gone through some tribulations during this bear cycle with hacks and all of that, but they're still here. As a matter of fact, not too long ago they were over $1. The market's excited about their Sonic upgrade that's going to help with their scalability. They're still growing DeFi. Last bull cycle, you guys remember how much DeFi total value lock they had. At the helm is Andre Cronje, pioneering the DeFi space. I still believe in Phantom, so I'll be accumulating at this price. They've shown great strength to overcome everything they've overcome, and people are still using it and they're still developing. That's what you want to see in a chain. Sui, they have their right now they have something going on in Paris with big announcements. I know they're trying to get into gaming. They already have good growing DeFi, decent active users. They're from the offspring or from Facebook. When that scrapped, the developers started their own chain. Some of the developers went to Sui. They launched that, and then others will launch Aptos. Between Aptos and Sui, I prefer a Sui. So I'm going to be scooping some of that. Avalanche, if you watch my videos, I'm a big proponent of Avalanche. Outside of Solana, ETH, the next big chain with TBL locked as far as DeFi goes is Avalanche, over $1 billion. And they're also into gaming, and they also have, a chain, Avalanche, where they're onboarding businesses. So I like what Avalanche is doing. Not to mention they're into memes as well, and they started a fund where you can stake your memes. So Avalanche, big supporter. Then we have Injective. Look at that, down almost 23% for the past week. If those of you who remember been in this space for a little bit, Injective was over $50, about 3 months ago. Nothing's changed. They're still developing. They're off of Cosmos. I like everything they're doing, primarily in the DeFi space. So very good. I like it. Dog with Hat down 14%. I think it's going to be the strongest meme come peak bull next year on the Solana chain. Dog with Hat I believe, is a good opportunity. All portfolios should have a little bit of Dog with Hat in it. Say, I like this one a lot. This was over $1 like 3-4 weeks ago, and now it's at 56 cents. It's off the Cosmos chain, using their STK. They're with Casuasm and EVM compatibility. So basically trying to onboard projects from ETH. And just with the speed, that's what their claim to fame. They have a meme. So still a growing chain, still trying to adopt it. They have some TVL. TVL is growing. Their user base is growing. I believe this is a good buy as well. Pith, and it's funny that it's right above Chainlink because they're in the same space. Number 2, as far as oracles go, crazy development. It's built on Solana. All the newer chains, like say we just talked about, are using Pith as far as the oracle to retrieve real world data to help with their DeFi and the like. I think Pith is going to be great, a great buy come this next bull, peak bull. We see for the past 7 days down 22%. Great buy. Great buy. Near Baby Solana, they're kind of like getting into the AI space. They had a partnership with NVIDIA. They recently announced for the past 7 days down 16%. I think Near is a good buy at this price. Just going down here. Let's see here. Jupiter, I think is the best dex hands down. So easy to use, so fast. You can do it's a one-stop shop. You can do everything there. You can swap, you can set up for DCA, you can trade perpetuals. It's just so easy to use Jupiter, and I like it. It's just the interface, everything about it. Not to mention, if you use it, you're standing to gain some airdrops maybe next year. And this price right here is good, right? So down 18% for this past 7 days, down 8% past 24 hours. It's at this price for yes, and Solana's dealing with some congestion issues, but once that gets resolved, which they say should happen on Monday, I don't think this price is going to stay right there for that long. So I think that's a good buy as well. So going down, other ones that I'm looking at right now, Pendle is interesting, which is a RWA play where you get interest on interest, which is interesting. Ton Coin, I'm not into that. And then going down, Ondo, look how strong it is. The market pretty much is at red, and this thing is up almost 10%. They have the big partnership, or they have some type of relationship with BlackRock. This is nice. I mean, you can get yield on U.S. Treasuries, basically tokenizing treasuries all over the world. So you can be in India and buy, a tokenized U.S. Treasury, and that's only the start. Who's to say that next you won't be able to tokenize equities, like as far as Tesla, NVIDIA, and you can buy that anywhere in the world. So I like what these guys are doing, and at this price, I'm all in. So basically, guys, that's my video for today. Just wanted to let you know why I think the prices are down. The prices are headed up. We all know that. Hong Kong's about to be approved for ETF for Bitcoin come Monday. If you guys know the amount of wealth that's in Asia, about 18% of the world's wealth is in Asia. They're probably not going to invest in real estate anymore because we saw what happened there with Evergrande. And they were heavy investors into real estate. If that's not going to happen anymore, where do you think the money's going to go? So be prepared for the ETFs, the money coming in from Asia in these ETFs. And we have a halving coming next week. Things are going to go crazy. So right now, this is a great buying opportunities. The projects I just talked about, that's what I'm getting into. I already have bags of the others. That's why I didn't mention them. So guys, let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed any. Let me know what you're loading up on. If you like the video, please hit that like button. Help the channel grow. And if you want to see more of my content like this, subscribe to the channel. So enjoy your weekend. And until next time, talk to you later.